I got my power rankings.
I just woke up. Okay.
It's a Wednesday. It's time for my power rankings.
Let's
and talk about shakeups. Talk about shakeups. It's getting real, and it's getting very powery.
Ooh.
It's very rankery.
Oh, rankery.
These aren't words.
Cowboys at 10? Let's
hit
go.
it. Hit it.
Cowboys.
This is mine.
Power rankings.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Power rankings.
It's time for my power rankings, everybody. Give me the music, please. I need the music. I need my stuff. I'm giving you.
I'm ready to
my
criticize.
top 10.
Let's go.
There are 2 no changes, 3 no changes, 1 new team, and a lot of movement.
Oh.
First up, the Rams stay like a before. Hey,
Stays like a
you told me last week, why are the Rams on the list? I think we saw why the Rams are on the list.
By not scoring a touchdown?
Pal,
I mean,
that
what do you
was
mean? That game was terrible.
Brass knuckle W against a desperate team chock full of Pro Bowl players who are looking at a lost season in the face. That's the way I am going to categorize it.
Wow.
100 yards rushing from Kyron Williams. The plays got made at the very end by Stafford and Nakua. Cup gets shut out, and they still win in San Francisco and sweep the Niners to go 8-6 and grab destiny control for themselves in the NFC West. I don't see any photographs there, sir. I see a gritty team that nobody really wants to face. I see the Rams 10th on my power rankings. Number 9, back on the list. They're the new team, but they're back on the list. Baker Mayfield's Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 9, man. They are just on a roll. Baker is planting flags. He's having fun. Mike Evans is playing some of his best football. Bucky Irving and that running game with Rashad White. Here we go. Buccaneers in Dallas. And then after that game in Dallas, they are home for 2 games. Same thing as the Rams. They're on the road against the Jets. Then they are home for 2 games against division opponents. They could wrap up their division, the Rams and the Buccaneers, and sit at home for a month, pretty much. So let's go. Buccaneers are 9th. No change. The Ravens stay like a before. The Ravens.
like a buffalo.
Their power ranking number matches the uniform of the stellar Lamar Jackson. They are as Super Bowl worthy as anyone else, I think. And they may prove it against the Steelers this week. They are 8. The Steelers are 7. They're down 3 spots. That loss to Philadelphia, the tight W for half a game against Cleveland. I am concerned that this team on offense is missing George Pickens to the point where he needs to get back in a hurry. TJ Watt, we're hoping, does answer the call on Saturday, but the Steelers are 7th on this list, down 3 spots. The Packers are up 1 with that win in Seattle. They went full Matt Hasselbeck, winning the toss, saying we're going to take the ball and we're going to score. And the Packers went down the field with Josh Jacobs, hit the Seahawks in the mouth, set the tone. That thing was almost a wrap. I mean, after that first touchdown, felt like a wrap. And if it played out that way, the defense is balling out. Josh Jacobs is balling out. Jordan Love and the Packers have 10 wins. They're 10-4. Let's go. Now top 5. I'm putting the Vikings in my top 5 for the first time in over a month.
Finally.
They're up 1 spot. They are 12-2. Sam Darnold has been spectacular. 7 wins in a row. Let's see what happens now, and they got to go to Seattle. And then it gets really real. Home for the Packers, at the Lions to finish up. It's a tough final stretch for the Vikings, but look at all that green on the screen. 12 green rectangles, just 2 wins, two losses in a row in a span of 5 days. That's it. They've been winners for months, and 1 week they weren't. That's about it. Number 4 on the list, I'm dropping them down 3 spots out of the top. The Lions are now sitting at 4. I'm concerned about their ability to overcome all of these injuries now. I do believe they're going to have a nice bounce-back game against the Chicago Bears, and the message coming off of that game into any microphone that is attached to a recording device will be it's the injury gods and you against the Lions and the Lions against the world. That's the way it's going to be put on a chip on the shoulder. How long that lasts, we will see. But the way that they got hit in the mouth concerned me, and we'll see how they bounce back. And I do have them below the Chiefs right now because I just can't drop a 13-win, two-time defending champion, certainly after a win in Cleveland. I can't drop them. They stay like a buffalo. They are number 3 on this list.
Stays like a buffalo.
And I am putting above them, up 3 spots, the Buffalo Bills. I've got them atop the AFC Power Rankings list. Josh Allen's the MVP of this league, and it'll be tough to overcome that pole position, that clubhouse leader right now, if you're Saquon Barkley, because the Bills' final 3 games are 2 games against the Patriots wrapped around a home date against the Jets. And I think Josh Allen's going to have some stat-filling moments in those games. Number 1 are the Philadelphia Eagles, up 1 spot. They are the best team in the National Football League. They're playing like it right now. That win against the Steelers was pretty darn impressive. And the passing game issues gone for at least a week. So were all of the recriminations in the media. They are going to be taking on the Washington Commanders this week. And I can't wait for that one. They are number 1 on this list.
You think we need one more? All right, we'll get
Very
one more.
rare I give you one more.
One more what?
One more.
I mean, it's the top 10. You don't need one more.
I understand that, but I'm giving you one more. The squirrel.
One of my favorites, the squirrel.
No. How do I not put the squirrel on the
Delicious.
power rankings list?
Seriously.
I don't know. I don't just. I mean, should I give you a power rankings of
Yes.
top 10 marsupials and rodents? I don't know.
I've eaten a lot of
taste.
raccoon.
Okay. So raccoon might be 2 on the list, but the squirrel. I'm putting the squirrel on.
One of my favorites, the squirrel.
I mean, what a great development that was this week.
Denver not being on this list is insane.
Who do you put them over, Chris?
Rich, they're better than Tampa and the Rams.
Yeah, okay, I will push back considerably on that.
Well, they smoked Tampa in week 3.
They don't lead their division, number 1. Number 2.
They have 9 wins.
Number 2,
They've won 4 in a
I got
row.
it. They also have a rookie quarterback that's thrown 5 interceptions over the last 2 weeks and might be an issue for them in,
Are
say,
they
24
winning the
hours
games?
from now.
They might have a defensive player of the year, Nick Bonito. Like all they've done, okay, they were 9 in week 13.
Okay.
All they've done is win since then, and now they're not on the list.
Broncos against the Bucks, you would take the Broncos.
Yeah, they're
Broncos
better.
against the Rams, you
they're-
take the
yes,
Broncos.
They're better than them.
I would, in all honesty, if I put one more, I'd put the Broncos over the squirrel. And that's no disrespect to the Broncos or the squirrel.
So based on that logic, you think KC beats Detroit right now with a limping Patrick Mahomes?
I do.
Wow.
And I think that might still be the damn Super Bowl, too, and the result.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do. I honestly do.
Thank you very much. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.